Hello, everyone. Good day. How are you doing today? My name is Yvonne Mundi. I am here again today to leave you a little bit of inspiration to see how you're going, how you're doing with your goals and your dreams. We're going to enter into the first quarter of the year, and I thought every day I will leave you something to hang on to know that whatever you are doing, whatever you're building, you are nurturing, or whatever difficulties that you're going through, you're not alone. There is always somebody out there for you. So that is the reason why I like to come here every day. And when you watch this, please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe and share. Put the thumbs up, the hearts, and turn on the notification bell so that you will not miss out on anything that I'm bringing to you. And I am bringing this to you from One Global Movement, which is a movement that I formed to inspire, to educate, to uplift youths, particularly the young woman, so that they can use the resources at their disposal to thrive, build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. That is the main reason why I come here every day in order to do this, so that together we can begin to carry out useful conversation that will help ourselves, our families, our communities, our villages, and the youths of the world. So the message for today is all of us, no matter who we have to pass through some kind of wilderness before we can reach our promised land. We have to go through something. It doesn't matter what it is. Things are not meant to just come easily the way we want them to. But we got to put in the work that it requires each and every day, whether it is speaking into existence, into what we are building or creating, whether it is praying, whether it is trying to draw, play some music, or speak or write. We have to put in our due diligence. Sometimes it is difficult, and in those difficult times, guess what? We don't still give up. We still keep pushing ahead, pushing ahead. That we call wilderness. But the wilderness is not there forever. We will go through it with the determination and persistence that I'm going to make it no matter what comes my way. So long as I am breathing, I have been given life, I am going to make it. So there is no one person, no matter who they are, because that's just the way life is. No one person has not gone through that wilderness. We must go through that wilderness before reaching our promised land, because that wilderness is there for a purpose, for a reason, to build us up, make us stronger and wiser. And we learn a lot during that moment of our wilderness. We have to take it positively and put that moment into good use, because that is the moment that is going to build the solid foundation that we so want and to go to where we want to go. So we embrace the wilderness, we go through those challenges, those tough times, so that we can come out on the other side into our promised land, and then we begin to smile and be happy and be joyful, so that we can also help other people, because everyone has to go through that wilderness, no matter who they are. But sometimes we are being held back in that wilderness by our negative thoughts, our negative thinking. Some will have the negative thought of, oh, this is just too much for me to do. Oh, this, I don't think I can do this. This is not meant for me. This is not the way I was born. Or I don't have the resources that it takes for me to continue. Or I am not educated enough to do what I want to do. That is why it is tough on me. Or maybe because of my background, I went through too much. My family is like this, like that. Guess what? All of those things is just the wilderness. And we have to embrace that time and go through that wilderness so long as we're alive. And when we come out very strong. We must have built a very strong and firm foundation that even when the wind comes, it will not blow it off. It can't even shake it. And so we will go through it in grace. So I'm talking now, especially with unpassive. A lot of us are being impatient. We can't wait. We say, oh, it's taking a lot of time. When is this thing going to work? Those things don't help it. We're going to say, for me, I would say it's going to work at God's own timing, because everything takes time. Everything is a process. It goes through a process. We cannot hurry over things, because when we hurry over them without actually building them the way God has desired us to build them, guess what? They will collapse. They're going to crash, and the foundation is going to be shaky. So when the wind comes, it can blow it off, or it can just keep making it as though it's going to have a earthquake. It's going to break at some point. So we have to have that patience to wait for everything. Guess what? This has happened to me a lot. I have been in my wilderness for quite a long time, but I was determined that I will do whatever it takes to acquire the education that I need, the education that I so needed so bad to do what God has called me to do, to educate, inspire, and uplift the youth, particularly the young woman. And so I continued. I didn't give up. No matter what came my way, I was determined, because there is something about determination. When you determine in your heart of hearts that you're going to do something, no matter what comes your way, you're still going to do it. I was determined that education has to be that tool that is going to lead me into freedom and success, so that I can also help other people. Let me get a sip of water here. I'm sorry. So that I can also come back and help others. And that is what I'm doing. So there is something about determination, something about intuition, something about using your words to empower, to talk to yourself. That is what I was doing. And I said I would get that education. Come rain, come sunshine. And I was getting it little by little. And last Saturday, March 25th, 2023, I got my doctorate degree. It was a wow moment for me. It was happy, tears of joy. Everybody was celebrating with me everywhere I go, even with, excuse me, strangers that came that they didn't even know me. We just bonded and they were celebrating me. This is a big deal to me. It was a big deal when I had my bachelor's and the master's and everything. It was a big deal to me because of my background. But, you know, there is something about when you take that determination to do something, not just for yourself, for your family, your community, your village, and the world. God has a way of making you break through and go to your promised land. So I wobbled in the wilderness for some time, but I was determined that so long as I am breathing, I will make it. And I made it. Because guess what? A lot of times, the reason why we don't go through is because we are our own enemies. We are the enemies to our own progress. Like my grandmother said in one of the African proverbs, that if there is no enemy within you, the enemy outside can do you no harm. And it is true, because when whatever you keep thinking and keep saying, sometimes you can't help it but think it, but don't open your mouth to say it. If you want something great for your life, you have to keep on training yourself, get used to saying positive things, great things about yourself. And that is how I was trained by my grandmother to do. And I've been doing that ever since. Whether there is somebody there to support me or not, there is something that happens when you take that decision, that determination, and you push forward with consistency. God sends people your way. It's happened to me a lot, again and again and again and again. And so, You have to go through your wilderness, whether you like it or not, all of us. But so long as you're breathing, make that determination, take that decision that you're going to make it no matter what. And that is what I did. And I had it. I'm so happy now. This has opened me so many great doors of opportunity. I have been invited to be one of the boards of directors in Cornerstone University. That will open other doors of opportunity for me to know how to help the youths even more and better. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go through our wilderness before we reach our promised land. Yes, we have to do that. There is no turning back. There is nothing that we can do, because that is just part of building us up into who and what God has created us to be. You just need to search deep within yourself. What is it that God has put inside of you to do that you're not doing? What are your goals and your desires? Have you written down your goals and your desires? Are you talking to your goals and your desires? Are you praying on your goals and your desires? Are you offering them to God? Are you looking for help? Are you asking? Are you seeking? Are you knocking on doors? There are so many doors of opportunity for you, but you need to take that first step. You can do this. If I can do it, considering my background, considering everything that I went through as a child, you can do it too. So stay focused, stay empowered, stay encouraged, and always, always believe in endless possibilities. Thank you all, and I love you.